Hey everyone, it's a nice rainy day over here, so I thought it would be a nice time to do a little video. I've been pretty busy recently, and I probably will be busy for a little while longer, so I was worried I wasn't going to get a roleplay out in the next few weeks, so I thought I'd make a simple little video to bridge the gap in between now and then. So, what I've got for you guys today is just a bunch of things I bought in the last few months that I thought would make some nice sounds. There's only 2 articles of clothing, and mostly I just want to show them to you because I think they're really cool looking. But most of the other things are just crinkly objects or objects for tapping. It's a bit of an assortment, so that should be kind of interesting. And I finally have nails, kind of, so there should be some decent tapping sounds going on, I hope. So let's start with some crinkles. So these are just some makeup remover pads. So there's that. Let me know if you like that kind of sound. I'm sure I can recreate it in the future. So I've also got a little box of tea. I'm not a big tea drinker, apart from the basic black English kind of tea. But I really wanted something like this, especially for nighttime. So it's chamomile, honey, and vanilla. I've had one and it's quite nice. It's not usually my kind of thing, but it's very calming. I think that's the chamomile. A lot of birds about, so I hope that's not too annoying. It's just nature sounds, you know, so just be one with nature. It smells amazing. When I had it yesterday, I had it by my computer whilst I was writing an essay, and the whole room suddenly smelled like honey like the chamomile with like an undertone, even though it's about 70% of this. And it was just a really relaxing scent even before I took the first sip, so that was really nice. And there's no caffeine in this. Comes in these little packets. Our chamomile, honey, and vanilla is a balance of soothing and delicate flavors. Savor this blend and create a special moment you can call your own. So it's 89% chamomile, 0.5% honey flavored pieces, and 0.5% vanilla pieces, and the rest is just, it says flavors, which is kind of concerning. Usually I buy a bigger packet, it's more economical that way, but I didn't know whether I'd like it. I'm not sure if you've seen these next two. It's been quite a while since I've done a haul video, but I have made failed attempts in between, so it gets a bit confusing. But I've got two nail polishes. This is the one you see on my nails quite regularly. I adore the names of nail polishes and like paint colors. I think they're a lot of fun. This one's called Rich in Heart. And when it's applied to the nails, it looks quite black, and then in the sunlight, it's like this shimmery red, maroon kind of color. I don't really like this one, not quite sure why I bought it, but it's called Secret Admirer, which is kind of fun. It's just this charcoaly, silvery, sparkly color. I wonder how they sound if you put them together. Kind of like how marbles sound when you used to flick them together when you were a kid. So it's called a gentle cleansing milk with cherry and moringa extracts. It's just started raining a bit again, so you might be able to hear that. I did close the window. I've also got here a little eyeshadow brush for blending, kind of like smoking out the eye. I'm not very good with the whole makeup thing, but it's fun to try every now and then. It's a little brush. So I think I got it for like $2, so got a little dirt up there. What have you been up to? Don't worry, I'm taking care of it. Brand is ELF, which I believe stands for eyes, lips, and face. It's a pretty cheap makeup brand, but I think it's relatively alright. The brush back in there for now, and I'll just read the back information for you guys because I'm sure it's thrilling. So, blending eye brush expertly blends eyeshadow while softening dramatic edges, helps to set powder or liquid cleanser. All ELF professional makeup brushes have been designed and tested by a professional team of makeup artists. This is just some foundation. It's called Or Wake Me Up. It's for anti-fatigue effect and radiant glow. Oh, SPF 15. And the color is True Ivory. I just use it for underneath my eyes primarily to wake me up. As it says, I tend to have quite dark areas under there. It's pretty much the only makeup I wear on a daily basis. Definitely. Like, I wear other makeup quite frequently, but this is pretty much a given. There's a lot of plane sounds going on. Okay, what have we got? I've got two necklaces. The first one I'm not really sure about. I haven't worn it out. I'm not sure whether it's too tacky or just too big, but it caught my eye, and I think it was probably $1. It was dramatically reduced. It's a choker necklace. Yeah, so I'm really not too sure about it, but it's got all these nice gems. doesn't have a clasp, you just tie it behind the back of your neck in a ribbon, in a little bow rather. So yeah, that's that. And the other one is just a simple lace. I think I've worn this one a little bit more. As you might know if you watch my What's in My Bag video, my mum just kind of offloads all these TheASMRCat products off to me quite frequently. And the colour of this is I Heart Black. And that I do, mascara, that I do. It's called Lash Love Lengthening Mascara. And Lash Love Lengthening is trademarked, so. Can apply a little on you if you'd like. No, don't worry. It's gonna look great. Don't stress. I like that little popping sound that comes out. I know your eyes are way up here, so you're gonna have to bend down for me so I can get to them. Yeah. Yep, there's a lot of lash love lengthening going on right now. What am I doing? Now you have big, beautiful eyes. They were lovely before, this just kind of enhances them. Okay, so I've got 3 more things, and I've become really thirsty, so excuse me. Oh, actually, I've got some nail polish remover here. I've seen a fat-free pudding do a lot of water shaking things, and I just noted this, and let's see if it triggers you. I like how having a liquid substance in something you're tapping really changes the sound. I hope you're liking these sounds today. This is something that I've borrowed. So I recently gotten into a TheASMRCat, which is an underrated sci-fi featuring a lot of Australian and Kiwi accents. It's got Claudia Black in it, who voices Morrigan in Dragon Age Origins and Inquisition. And I love her. She always plays really great roles. I liked her in the last few seasons of Stargate as well. I'm only on the first season, but the first season's in another room and I was too lazy to go downstairs, so. But I have forgotten her name, but she's a priestess and they have kind of similar powers to the Asari, which she's blue, so I automatically draw comparisons. But she has the ability to kind of take pain away from people as well. She can experience it for them and lessen it. And if you're interested, the first episode has also got the guy who takes over from O'Neill in Stargate for the last 2 seasons. I know his name, it's Ben Browder, but I've forgotten his name in the series. In this, it's John Crichton. And he's from Earth, and he's been sucked through a wormhole or a black hole. Wormhole? Wormhole seems right. Into another part of the galaxy. So the idea is he's trying to find his way back home. And he gets into some hairy situations, but the series revolves around this prison ship, which was overtaken by the prisoners. And she's one of the main prisoners. She's pretty cool, I like her. But all the characters have kind of this dark, really selfish side. And it would be interesting to see some character development there. I'm not very far in, but I'm really loving it so far. It's really nice to hear all these familiar accents as well. And there's, I think his name is Drago, or something similar. Maybe I'm thinking of Game of Thrones. And he's this, grumpy, aggressive alien, but he's got a very sad backstory. They all have kind of sad backstories as you slowly learn how they got imprisoned. And the ship, Moira, I think, she's alive, which is interesting, so she feels pain. And it's kind of a character within herself. I'm rambling a bit. I've been meaning to finish the first season. Yeah, I don't think it did too well. There's 4 seasons and a movie, I think. But if you like sci-fi, you might like this. If you like Stargate, you'll probably like this. I think I got the name of the ship wrong. I think it's Moya or something like that. I'm very much into Stargate as well. I've definitely watched all of the original Stargate, but I can't recall it as much because I watched it mostly when I was a child. And I've rewatched the first few seasons and the last few seasons. But I've watched all of Atlantis and I can remember that very clearly, but I haven't watched Universe because I watched the first episode, but it was a very different tone, and not that that's necessarily a bad thing, but it didn't really draw me in the way the others did. But I had to watch the first episode because it had all the guys from the original season in it, series. So now I've just got 2 items of clothing and only 7 minutes of memory remaining, so let's get that done. So mostly I just wanted to show you these because I think they're really cool and you'll probably never see them because you're very limited to this little box of me. So this is a brain skirt. And I adore it, and I try not to wear it too frequently because it's kind of statement-y, but it's the only pink thing I own as far as clothing goes too, so I will make a few little fabric-y sounds, but we won't dwell too long on these. Started raining again. And the other is a pair of leggings. I'm not really a legging person, but this one is an exception. These are black milk products as well for any of my viewers who are interested. They're quite an expensive brand. I usually save up for them, or my family knows when to give me gift cards. So. And these are space armor, I guess. It's hard to get it all right. Knee pads. So these are really nice. I just need to get a long top to wear with them, but I've worn them a lot around the house, especially when I'm playing video games. They also kind of remind me of Garrus's armor from Mass Effect, and just the color scheme, but I got them because they're awesome, and I don't know, I find them really pretty, so I'll make a few little sounds with them. So there's that. I am a big black milk fanatic. It's an addiction and I need help. No, belay that order. So yeah, that's a few things I've bought probably in the last 6 or so months. I try not to buy stuff that often. I'm going on an international trip at the end of the year, which I'm really excited about. And I really hope there were some good sounds in this. It was pretty much just stuff I picked, but I really wanted to have something up because I'm not quite sure when I'll be able to put a decent amount of time aside to put into a roleplay. But I'm very excited to get some work on some of those. So, I hope you all are doing really well. And if you're not doing really well, make sure you take some time for yourself, which I'm hoping you've done right now. And don't be afraid of those bad feelings. You're allowed to let them out every once in a while. Don't let them control you. So, hopefully it's not going to be too long before we see each other again. So, goodbye everyone. I hope you're all sleeping very well.